Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? Now, in this video, what I want to talk about is how to flip your portfolio, right? How to flip your account. Now, when I say flip your account, what I mean is how to go from, let's say your account right now has 3K, and then a week later, it's up 7K, right? Or let's say your account was at 4K, and now on Monday and then on Friday, now your account is at 11K, right? Or even 6K, right? So how do we do this, right? So first thing I need you guys to understand is today has been a red day for the most part, right? We've had some pretty strong selling pressure. Last week we had some selling pressure as well. October is known for being the most volatile month of the market of the year, right? So first things first, you cannot flip your portfolio, right, if you're not in trades, right? So you have obviously day trades and you have swing trades. Now, what I'm going to be talking about is swing trading. Sometimes when you're swing trading, you may be in a position and then out of nowhere, you wake up and your position is down 40%, 50%, right? Sometimes your account with all your open positions could be down 60%, right? Because you could have had a bad gap down or whatever, right? When I say gap down, I mean that the market opened up red, right? Stocks are down 5%, 3%, 7%, stuff like that, right? So in times like this, a couple things I want you guys to understand, right? They have something called dry powder, right? Have dry powder in your account, right? This is why you don't want to have your full account invested into positions, because if something happens and your positions go down, you want to be able to have money in your account that you could either average into your trades or take entries into other trades, right? Follow what I'm saying here. So you don't want to have your full account. If you got 5K in your account, you don't want to have, 5K in positions, because when the opportunity comes, you ain't going to be able to take advantage of those opportunities, right? At those low prices. So that's the first thing. Also, when we're talking about swings, I want you to understand that you could be down in your swing trade, right? If you dollar cost average into it, I'm not saying dollar cost average into everything, right? And I'm also not saying add to a losing trade, right? Let's make sure that we have enough time on our contracts, right? Let's make sure we have enough time on our contracts. If you're in a swing trade and let's say you have a month and a half out from today, and let's say you ended up being down, you're down 40%. Okay, should you cut it? Should you not? If you have a month and a half on your swing trade and basically the whole market came down, there's no reason for you to get scared out of that position, right? Let me break this down for you. The average bull market lasts about 3 years conservatively, right? 3 years. So that means on average, when we're in a bull market, the market will go up for about 3 years. And I'm being conservative. The average bear market lasts about 9 to 18 months. So let's just be conservative and let's say 1 year, right? Because most of them, they're not lasting longer than a year. But historically, it's lasted longer, in the history, in the past, right? So let's say a year. So for every 1 year of red, there's 3 years of green, right? The market is created to go up, right? I need you to understand this. The stock market is created to go up. So if the average bear market lasts for 1 year and the average bull market lasts for 3 years, conservatively, what that means is, let's go down to like a weekly time frame or a daily time frame. For every 1 red day, there's going to be 3 green days, right? And sometimes you're going to get 5 red days straight, right? But this is the magic of it, right? This is the magic of it. When you start to understand how the game works, you start to say, okay, let me get a retracement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys these retracements, these opportunities that present themselves in the market. And I'm going to show you guys some stuff and how you can make money. But I want you guys to understand that you could be down, you know what I'm saying, 50%. You could be down 10% on your portfolio on a day. Next day, you could be up 20%. Or a week later, you could be up, 70% total on your portfolio. All because you had time in your contracts, you dollar cost average into your trades because you knew you had time, because you knew you were at support, because you knew you were in the demand zone, because you knew you were about to bounce back to the upside, right? And now you went from being down in one trade 70%. Now you're up, 300% in that one trade, not including all your other trades. So I want you guys to understand that when you want to flip your portfolio, you got to be able to withstand the drawdowns of what's going on in the market. And when you're in the market, you cannot be afraid of when stocks are just selling off, right? As long as I've been trading, I've never not seen a recovery, right? In April, everybody was afraid, scared. Everything was coming down. Then we hit all-time highs for the next 6 months, right? Literally 6 months. The SPY in April of this year, it touched under $500. If you're new to trading, you're not going to really understand this, but this is why you got to go in the charts and go look at April. Look at every stock for the most part inside of April, right? And I want you to look at the price of that stock in April, and I want you to look at it right now, okay? So now let's look at the charts and let's talk about retracement. Retracement is basically a stock comes down drastically and then there's a retracement that the stock goes up to, right? So when you understand the retracement, as long as the stock is a quality company, a quality stock, that stock ain't gonna be down forever. It ain't gonna be down for too long, honestly, even if it retraces and then it comes down lower. You can make money off of the retracement back to the upside, right? Or let's say you're in a swing trade to the upside, things dropped, right? Let's say you were up 50%, now you're only up 10%. That doesn't mean you get scared, right? Because fluctuations, they happen in the market. I know it doesn't feel good. I know it could be uncomfortable to see all this red, but you have to understand the big picture here, right? When I was in the beginning and I started swing trading, I would have 3 months on my contracts sometimes. And then when I'm down 30%, after 2 days, I'll get out. And I'm like, when I'm looking back at it, I was like, why did I ever get out? Right? Because patience will pay you more than almost anything else in the market, right? Because the market, it don't pay you to do more. It pays you to be precise. So you got to understand, and it pays you to be patient as well. Am I saying stay in a trade just because? No. What I'm saying is you got to be able to understand where the stock is at, what's going on with it off the daily time frame, right? If you're swing trading a month out, 2 months out, stop looking at the 5-minute time frame. Stop looking at the 15-minute time frame. That's not going to help you. What's going to help you is understanding the daily and the weekly time frames, okay? Now, let's go over some retracement examples and let's really break this down even further so that you guys could fully understand exactly what I'm saying here. Okay? So, I'm going to pull up the charts like I always do because I focus on technical analysis and we're going to break this down. All right? So, right here, this is XOM. Let's go to All right. So let's look at this real quick. Let's look at some retracements, right? This is a firm right here. I have them pulled up. Okay. So let's go back to here, right? So they were at $71 and they ended up coming down to 61. That's pretty substantial for a stock trading at $70 a share, right? And they did that in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Okay. So if you would have gotten to a call here off of this pullback, it got right back up to $70 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 days later. So it took 5 days down here. A lot of people freaking out, selling out of their positions. They didn't average in right here. and they had time on that contract, and then look what happened. It went right back here. If you would have averaged in right here, then you would have been up when it hit around here, right? Depending on your cost. And then you would have been in profit up here. And then you could have took that profit, right? Okay, look at this. $70 right here. It came right back down to 64. But 64 is a higher low. Okay? And then look what happened. That took 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On 9 days, it was all the way up at $74. Okay? And this was $70. So it retraced and it went further, right? Let's look at this one. A real big red candle right here. So it went from $79 all the way to $70, right? In 2 days. Okay? And look how long it took. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to get back where it came from. And then it had a pullback, and then it ended up going higher. But we're talking from it came down August 11th, and then by August 29th, it was at $88 all the way from where did it go to? All the way from 11 August, right? So it took what, 10 days to go up way higher, right? Let's go to Palantir. Look at Palantir. Palantir always does this, right? It sold off for about a week, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days straight, okay? And then it consolidated for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for about 10 days, okay? Made a double bottom, and then look, after that, it went all the way up. So we're talking about it started to sell off August 13th. It came all the way down here at August 20th, okay? And then it came from 146, and it started at 189, okay? So from 146, it took, how long did it take? This is the 8th of September, and on the 2nd of October, less than a month, it just got back to where it came up to. So it retested those highs right there, right? So this is what I'm saying. This is what I mean when I say a retracement. This is a retracement off of a trend. But look at this. If you zoom in a little bit, it came down right here, right? Look at the retracement. You could have got in here once you saw it bounce off of this level right here. Next day, this was on Friday. On Monday, it was already halfway through this gap right here, right? Boom. And then it came right back up, right? These are retracements right here. So when you see these big red candles to the downside, it's not too much to be fearful about. It could come down another day or a couple more days, but this is how you can flip your portfolio and you can get big moves relatively fast, right? Or if you are in a trade, it's probably smart to, average into your trade. And that way the trade doesn't have to go as far to be able to be in the profit. Does that make sense? We can look at any stock, right? Look at Dell. It just did the same thing, right? Pull back right here, right? And then look, this is support. And then right here, gapped up, and then it came all the way up. So 2 days later, it was way higher than where it just came down to at 141. 2 days later, it was at 155, right? Look at AMD, right? If we go to the daily, right? Retracements. This is what I'm talking about. Retracements. Okay. We sold off right here, right? From 181, and we came down to 159. And then look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days later, we was right back at 185, right? So this is the ebbs and flows of the market. And I don't want you guys getting tricked out of your positions all because, things are red right now, right? Look at SoFi, right? They sold off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, right? Down here at $24. And then look, it came all the way up to $28 in 2 days, right? Once you understand how the game really works, you ain't gonna be worried about too much. Yeah, you may be down in the trade. Yeah, Wall Street might play some games just to shake people out and get people afraid. But you have to understand that when you see like a quality stock and it sold off by 5-7% in 1 to 2 days, what they're doing is they're trying to bring the stock down so that the institutional investors can buy into that stock and then shoot it right back up to retrace where it just went from. All right. So listen, y'all, if you guys are in swing trades right now and you have enough time on your contract, when you see these red days, right? And I'm not talking about add randomly, right? You want to make sure that you're getting a confirmation of a reversal, or you want to be confident and have conviction in your trade. And you want to say, okay, where this is at right now, there's a good chance that this is going to bounce. I'm going to average into my trade right now. And then it may gap up, or the next 2 to 3 days or 5 days, it'll retrace where it just came back from. And then look what happens. Now you're up way more than even where you entered at. And this is how you flip your accounts, you flip your portfolios, and you change your life. All right. So don't be worried too much about these red days. They happen. It's a part of the game. It's the ebbs and the flows. All right. It's up to you to have your mind bulletproof so that you know what you need to do when these things happen. All right. So like I always say, y'all, make sure you get up out your head. Go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right. And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right. I'm going to catch you guys on tomorrow. We got Wisdom Wednesday. All right. All y'all, man, y'all stay smooth, and I'm going to see you on tomorrow's video. Peace.